Going on, people, match recap and player ratings from last night's horrific game, one of the worst games I've ever seen. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 5. I predicted 3-1 Liverpool before the game, and it was even worse than I predicted. We didn't get a goal. Ronaldo obviously scored, but it was disallowed. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. And I've been saying that Ollie needs to go for a while now, and the coaching staff, not just Ollie, but the coaching staff as well. This club is getting worse and worse. I feel like we swapped roles with Arsenal and everything they've been going through in the last 10 years or whatever it's been. I feel like we've literally swapped roles with them. A lot of it's got to come down to the coaching and the players as well. Like, it's not just one person. But tactically, again, yesterday, whether Ollie does it, Phelan does it, Carrick does it, it's not good enough. It's really not good enough. Salah getting a hat-trick. Obviously, I've got him in my fantasy team and he was my captain, so it did wonders for me in my fantasy. But when you're putting players in against your own team in fantasy because you know beforehand that they're going to do well, it's a problem in itself with that as well. Player ratings is the lowest I've ever given to a lot of players since I've been doing this. And I've been doing this for about a year and a half now, 2 years. But this is a low point for a lot of Manchester United fans. And Ferguson, it showed the shot of him in the crowd, disgusted, and I don't blame him. He apparently left early as well. Ollie is not the man, and I knew he would come out after and say he's not resigning or nothing. I knew that would happen, so I'm not surprised by that, but he has to go, and so do the coaching staff. I don't care if it's a risk or not getting rid of him. I'm seeing every pundit saying you can't sack him, you can't get rid of him in the middle of a season. Yes, you can. And we need to do that. We need to start taking some risks. We've been Safety FC, Security FC for about a year now or longer. We need to start taking some risks. Ronaldo will be off before we know it if we don't buck our ideas up. Pogba, there's already issues with, and he obviously got sent off last night. Coming on as a sub is a joke, but that's probably because he's got a lot of stuff in his head about not wanting to be at the club anymore as well. I'm not excusing that tackle, but we're not dealing with stuff on and off the pitch. It's a joke. I'm not surprised by that result yesterday. It's more than I predicted, but I'm not surprised. I'm not even that angry anymore. It's just disheartening and hopeless. That's what it feels like. Because we know that the owners ain't going to get rid of him. So he's going to be safe for a certain amount of time anyway. But he's had 3 years now. One of the pundits yesterday said he needs a bit more time. I think it was Micah Richards. He's had 3 flipping years. How much time does he need? 3 years. Look at what Tuchel's done at Chelsea since he's come in. Won a Champions League in less than a year, in a matter of months. I don't want to hear that they got a better board behind. They have, but at the same time, they take more risks. They know what they want. And this club doesn't. They haven't got the balls. Why is it that we're one of the worst ranked teams in terms of tackling? We're the last ranked team in the league for tackling and running, I think. It was like 20th and 18th in the league. And yet you've got the likes of Chelsea who are better than us, Liverpool who are better than us, and City who are better than us, working harder off the ball than we do. But yet our players think that they're too good to do that. It's a complete joke. It's a complete joke. Let's get into the player ratings, because I don't even feel like doing this video today because it's just a joke at this point in terms of what they're giving us as fans. Absolute joke. Ollie had some balls clapping the fans when he's walking off. I'd have pelted him with something. I don't care. Arrest me. I don't blame people if they want to do that because it's getting ridiculous. So, player ratings, David De Gea made a couple good saves in the game, but I do think he should have done better for a few of the goals at least. So, first half I give him a 1. Yeah, you heard me right, there's a lot of 1s in this, so get ready for it. First half I'd give him a 1. Second half I'd give him a 3. Made a good save at one point for Trent Alexander-Arnold, but to be honest, I think he should do better with some of the goals, so he gets a 3 overall for me. Aaron Wan-Bissaka continuously pulled out of position, as all of them did at the back, to be honest, but first half a 1, second half slightly better, I give him a 2. Lindelof a 1, and the second half I give him a 1 as well. Weak, out of position a lot, too easy. Maguire, supposed to be the captain. There's another thing with Maguire. Post-match interview that he did, he starts off by saying, I'm only here because I have to be. Like, that is something that I don't think a lot of people would have picked up on. And that's a problem in itself, because if it was Ronaldo or Bruno or even De Gea, they would be demanding to come and talk about it. Yet he's saying, oh, I'm only here because I have to be. You're the fucking captain, mate. And it's not good enough. Like, people don't want to take responsibility as individuals in that side. Everyone points fingers at each other. And there was no leadership from Maguire yesterday at all. So he gets a 1 for me. Sure, I thought he was poor yesterday again, like Aaron Wan-Bissaka, but worse in terms of getting pulled out of position. A lot of the time is because he was coming into the centre-back position to try and cover for either Lindelof or Maguire, who was out of position at times. But it's leaving space for Salah. His man was Salah. And the amount of space and time, each time he had the ball, you're going up against Salah, the best player in the world right now, and you're giving him all that space. Not good enough. Anticipation on the ball. There was a point where he scored and got in front of Lindelof, Maguire and Shaw. He literally did that to Shaw and just ran past him with the hunger. Where's the fight and hunger? I love Shaw, but he was poor yesterday. 1 for Shaw. McTominay, nothing in midfield. Gave the ball away in dangerous positions consistently. 1. Both halves, 1. Fred, 2 in the first half. Second half, 1. So I give him a 1. Greenwood, I actually thought did all right, but then got subbed off. But he would have been my man of the match. A lot of people giving it to De Gea, but I think De Gea should do better with some of the goals. Greenwood had a shot on goal at one point. I thought he looked quite lively, and I thought he did all right. So Greenwood would be my man of the match. I'd give him a 6. Bruno, I would give a 6 to as well. I thought he put some good balls in at times, but he plays so high up the pitch that even though he works hard and tries to track back, he's so high up the pitch to start with that we get caught out a lot because he's not deep enough to start with anyway. So Bruno, I would give a 6 in terms of play on the ball, but his positional sense is a problem. He's almost playing as a second striker at times. So Rashford, I'd give a 3. He's just not doing it for me. He's looked lively since he come back in spells, but just little simple decision making times and passing and who to give it to. I didn't see it yesterday. So a 3 for Rashford in the first, a 2 in the second for me. I'd give him a 2 overall. Ronaldo, I thought the first half he had an average game. And in the second half, I gave him a 2. He had a couple little sort of half chances. As I said, first half, I give him an average. Second half, went out of it completely. So a 2 for Ronaldo. The subs, Pogba, Cavani and Dalot. I don't know if I'm missing any others. I think that was it. Pogba, come on, and obviously got sent off. So that's not good enough from a sub. There's a lot of problems with him off the field, as we know. I think he will be off soon. I do. So if we need to get him out, we need to get him out because we don't need the uncertainty of whether he wants to stay or not, because I think it's pretty clear he doesn't. 1 for Pogba. Cavani, a 2. He always works hard off the ball, but he's struggled to get on the ball and get service as well in games when he's come on. I didn't think he did anything, so a 2 for Cavani. Dalot, a 2 as well. I thought he looked lively a little bit, but didn't really do anything as well. A 2 for Dalot. And then Ollie gets a 1 for me because I think he picked the wrong team to start with McFred. I would have started Sancho as well. Sancho and Pogba should have started, even though Pogba ends up getting sent off. Pogba needs to either play with Fred or McTominay or Matic, but neither happens. And I would have started Sancho over Rashford. And it doesn't happen. Sancho doesn't even come on, and he's a what do we spend? 75 million on him. And now he's on the bench. Like, he's getting treated like Donny was treated. It has to come down to Ollie. He makes the final decision. Gets a 1 for me. Horrendous result. Embarrassing. But I'm not surprised. But change needs to happen. I don't think it will anytime soon, but it needs to happen. Anyway, guys, I'll be back soon with another video. Stay safe. Enjoy your football. I'll see you guys soon.